Hello everybody, I'm Monica, Business Development Manager from Fidenza Village for the Southeast Asia market. And welcome to Fidenza Village. As you can see, we're going to start from one of our three main entrances. This is the place where the concierge is. As you can see, the concierge is our area where the guests are welcomed as soon as they arrive in the village. I'm going to show you now this place here, just outside the main entrance, where the bus from your groups can stop and leave the guest. Just at the bottom of the street, you can find all the parking for the buses. So the guests, they will jump off the bus, they will walk into our amazing concierge. As you can see, the concierge is a really cozy area where our international and local guests are welcomed and where they can enjoy their arrival at the village. As you can see, our shopping protocols are really good in safety, are really focused on safety and people. You see, we have sanitizer in every entrance, both in the shops than in the public areas, and you have the maximum number of people that can stay at the same time in a place, in a shop, or for example in the concierge, written on the main door. So please have a look at this beautiful area where you can find really interesting pieces of ancient sofa. You are welcomed by our hostess that is gonna show you now the welcome kit. This is a special kit that we created for our international guests, where you can find all the information you need to enjoy your shopping in Fidenza. You will have the EVIP pass. Thanks to this pass, you will have 10% discount on Fidenza Village prices. You will have food voucher, for example, if you want to offer a drink or if you want to offer some food to grab to your guest, you can include some food voucher inside this welcome kit, or and you can find as well the village directory with the list of all the shops and the brands that we have in the village. Now we're gonna walk through the village. I'm gonna escort you walking through this beautiful village. As you can see, the village is ready for Christmas. You can see that we have lights, we have trees with Christmas lights, and all the buildings that are inspired to Verdi operas. Verdi was born in Parma, so he's a really local artist. And the buildings of Fidenza are inspired to their operas. So every building has a meaning, is coming from a different opera, and together they are really incredible. And with these beautiful lights, as you can see, you have an atmosphere that your guests really would love, because they can feel really comfortable walking in Fidenza Village, and above all, they can really feel safe in Fidenza Village, because as per our shopping protocols, guests have to wear the mask, they have to sanitize their hands, and you can find all the explanation about our internal protocol in every entrance. You can see here one of our beautiful bubbles. We have 3 bubbles in the village at the moment. This is definitely Christmas themed, and this is a place where the brands can have an extra place where they can show their latest arrival or the full price collection, because we have a surprise for you. In the majority of the brands in Fidenza village, you will have the possibility to buy some full prices special items. You will find in almost every brand a corner dedicated to the full price new collection. This is very, very interesting because it's something new that is growing above all in the Berserker Village collection villages, because we want to give you always something more. We want to go a step ahead compared to the other competitors. So this is something really, really interesting to know, and it's something really, really new that started just in 2020. You just saw our beautiful next store. It's a huge store where you can really find very good offers for shoes, for gym clothes. We know that in those months, many people is focusing and is buying more sport clothes instead of formal clothes. It's totally comprehensible because, as we know, people are spending more and more time at home and not going to the office or going to the events, because anything can be, we cannot do really a few things in those days because of COVID. But we are very positive thinking, so hopefully everything will be solved very soon. We walk through the village. As you can see, the village is not huge, but it's not small. We have brand mix that is very interesting. You saw, for example, Nike, so sport brands. We have Kapaway, we have Mandarina Duck for bags, and here one of our main brands is Hugo Boss, and with a very big store and with a very interesting brand mix inside the shop. You can find formal clothes or formal suites, but you can find also something more sporty. As we walk through the village, you can see that we have many Italian brands. We have Missoni, one of the most famous brands in the world. You can find here Patrizia Pepe, that is a little bit more local and more feminine, but we have very good response from international guests as well. As you can see, the village is not very crowded. I have to say that also when we reopened after the lockdown in March, it was very safe to walk in the village because it was never very crowded, and we were monitoring the queue, and you have just a short queue to do, just like 3-4 people before you enter the shop. As you can see here, we have the other Christmas themed bubble. I think they are amazing because it's something that makes really the difference, where the brands can express the best of the product, and they can really say, hey, come and visit us because we have the best product that you can find in the village. Now, this is one of our flagship store. Everybody knows Prada. Prada is one of our top brands. We know that people from Asia, above all Korean guests, are crazy with Prada. So the shop is very big, and the product inside the village is very interesting because you can find really many new products, and you cannot find very old stuff like maybe you can think if you go to this kind of village you can find. I'm going to show you now one of our main food restaurant. This is a pop-up restaurant. This is a special for our Asian guests. It's a Japanese restaurant called Koi. It's very famous in Parma, and they decided to open in Fidenza a pop-up restaurant that now is a permanent restaurant for Fidenza because they are doing so good and the quality of food is so good that they are part of our brands. So if you want to taste a little bit of Asia, even if you are in Italy, so this is the right place to go. I have to say something about the food, the restaurants and food during this period of COVID, because unfortunately, at this moment, all the restaurants can only do delivery or takeaway. So if they stay open, they just can do delivery or takeaway. And some of our restaurants, they were not ready for doing this to have these two opportunity, so they decided to stay closed. And as you can see, we are walking towards another restaurant pop-up that is something really, really special. It's named Tartufotto, and they are specialized in truffle, white truffle and black truffle. So if you are crazy with truffle, or if you really like the taste of the truffle, I have to say that I taste many times truffle here and it's amazing. It's really, really good. So as I said before, unfortunately, in those days, in these weeks, waiting for situation to get better, the restaurant decided to remain closed. Koi is decided to remain open. The Japanese restaurant decided to remain open because, you know, for Japanese restaurant, it's much more easier to do takeaway or delivery. But for if you want to taste the real truffle, it's not very, it's different. If you sit down in the restaurant, you taste truffle, it's different when you order and you get it at home. So this is the main entrance, and on my back you will have my entrance, but when you step into the village you will see our installation. And in 2020, which installation can we put if not hope? So hope for a better future. I'm gonna show you now just a little bit of the product that you can find in one of our beloved shop from Indonesian guest. I know that Indonesian ladies are crazy with Furla, one of the top Italian leather brands. As you can see here, you will find some of the best bags that you can find at the moment in Furla shops. As I was saying before, not only bags that you can find discounted in a village, but you can find also full price. And another brand that I know that you are crazy for, it's Coach. Sales attendant in all our brands, in all our shops, are really, really, really well prepared. They speak, of course, Italian, they speak English, we have some Chinese-speaking sales attendant and Russian-speaking sales attendant. See, our shops are really, really beautiful. You can see that you can find the last brands, the last bags that you can find in a full price shop. I show you again one of our I was showing you the maximum capacity that you can have in the shops, that it's written in every shop. In the entrance, you will see maximum number, sanitizer, and in some shops, you can find someone who is taking temperature. We used to do it until end of July. We used to have some thermoscanner in every entrance, so everybody was taking temperature. But now, as the rules has changed, as this lockdown is not as strict as before, you can step into it without taking the temperature, but we have some brands, for example, Pinko, I'm sure they do it, in Prada, I'm sure they do it. The sales attendant, they take the temperature. So look at these items, look at this product, it's incredible. And our visual merchandiser ladies did an amazing job in creating a real Christmas atmosphere inside the village, despite the time is hard for everybody. So I'm gonna show you here one of the restaurant. This is one of our main restaurants at the moment. The name is Parma Menu. And as you can see, these days is closed because, as I was saying before, they were not ready for delivery and for takeaways. They prefer to stay closed and they open when they know that they can offer the best service and the best food to their guests. So here we are with another of our super top brands, Red Valentino. And this is one of our amazing places when you can take a rest if you are tired of shopping. So as I was saying before, Parma Menu, and the place where you can sit during summertime, as you saw before, outside, you have here a gazebo where you can have your lunch in summertime, and the other gazebo on the other side where you can have lunch as well. So many places for tasting local food. Parma Menu especially is very, very good in local food, like Parmesan cheese, like Parma ham, balsamic vinegar. So all the excellence that we have on the territory, you can find it in the village. So walking by, we are not very far from the end of the village, and you can see that the natural light is going down and the Christmas light in the village are becoming stronger. So I'm going slowly because I want you to taste and to feel how it's walking through the village, because it's really, really a safe ambient, very nice and comfortable ambient. But here we are. We have the pleasure to have as one of our main shop in the village, the Ferrari store. Here you can find the original merchandising from Ferrari. As many of our partner knows, we are very, very close to Ferrari Museum. So, as I was saying before, we are very focused on the territory. So we really partner with the excellence on the territory, and we created packages together, for example, with Ferrari Museum. So if you're interested to do and to arrange a full day excursion, half day in Fidenza village and half day in Ferrari Museum, be sure that we are the right person to ask for, because we have the very good relationship, long-term relationship with Fidenza village. Here you can find one of our hostess that is available for you, for giving you any information you need. Ciao, Jessie. Thank you. So, as I was saying before, packages with Ferrari. Ferrari Museum is just 40-45 minutes from Fidenza, and we partner with many other very famous brands like Ducati, Maserati, Lamborghini. So we are really, let's say, included in what is tourism in Emilia-Romagna area.